sense anything makes. The sheer euphoria I feel every time I pick it up. No matter how many times I've done it, it's always the same feeling. And the emptiness in my chest when I set it down, it doesn't make sense. There's no explanation for it. I still haven't figured out why I see the world so differently when this bucket is in my arms.
What the fuck?
Why everything feels so... What do I do with this treasure? I can monetize it.
What?
Yes. It's unthinkable the amounts of money people will pay for even just an hour with the bucket.
What?
This is my golden ticket. But I have to be careful, because as soon as this gets out, there's going to be a target on my back. Even now, I don't know who might be trying to get me. What's that? Who's there?
What the fuck?
Camporata.
What the fuck? What the absolute shit was that? What the fuck? Am I even talking? Jesus Christ, what a way to restart the stream. Crazy. Alright, let's keep
Just
going.
a step through this door, Stanley thought to himself. That's all I need. If I can make it through this door, I can make it through them all. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Okay.
Stanley cradled the bucket in a gentle embrace, protective yet delicate, assertive yet compassionate. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
I don't even know where to go anymore. I don't remember what I've done and what I haven't done. I'm missing one stashy though. I don't know where the fuck is the last one. Oh shit. A private but smelly place for an important person. A private but smelly place important person. Is that the bathroom?
Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
Here? Yeah, here. Found it.
And there it is. The last Stiggly Wiggly. Savor this moment, Stanley. This is a real accomplishment. This is doing something just for the sake of doing it. Where so many people expect to be rewarded for the most trivial achievements, you've insisted that a job well done is its own reward. I would tell you that I'm proud of you for collecting them all, but that would be like a reward, and we can't have that. So, instead I'll just say, it's done. We're all done here. And now we can go to whatever the hell you were doing before you hunted for figurines.
That's crazy. Money in the morning, money is the evening, money for breakfast, money, what the hell? What the fuck? What's over here? I've never been here. What the hell is this? An elevator? Where am I going? Down? Huh? Not the elevator music. What the fuck? The fuck? Why is it still going down? Wait. I'm in the same... Up, I guess? Wait. What the fuck? It's just taking me in the same place. Who's humming? I'm so confused. Yeah, okay, it doesn't go anywhere. Fantastic. Huh. Don't really know where to go.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Crushed by the weight of this revelation, but Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck. Was it that the bucket knew all along? Was the bucket guiding him? Yes, this is certainly the most logical explanation.
I do not know what to do. I'm assuming I'm done, I guess. Got all the collectibles, if that helps.
Stanley and the bucket walked straight ahead through the large door that read, Mind Control Facility.
What if I just start again? Since I got all the things. Oh, it's not talking.
Stanley, I'm
Whoa.
sorry, but I
Whoa,
have
what?
to put a pause on things. It's those figurines, those figures. I haven't stopped thinking about them since you nabbed every last one. Wasn't it just the
Okay.
most intrinsically fulfilling moment of your entire life? Didn't it fill you to the brim with inner richness? Yes, I know we're supposed to be telling a story, but won't you please indulge me with one more trip back to the memory zone? I would
I'm
love
fucking
nothing
dead.
more than to revisit the figurines.
I'm
Just one
fucking
more
dead.
time.
Now remembering when Stanley found the collectibles. Bruh, that's funny as shit. Uh, 2013 when the Stanley Parable was released. What, did they just added a whole different section? Okay, I can't go down there.
Here's where it all began. The first collectible. Back then, we had no idea of how many of them we'd find. Sure, it said 6 right there on the screen, but how could we know for certain? We were so innocent. We'll never be like that again, Stanley.
Bruh. 7 out of 6. Alright.
And here was a second Stanlerine. You found this one all on your own, just by poking around by the red and blue doors. You did that, Stanley. I'll be honest. Back then, I had no faith in you to find any of them, let alone 6. But you continue to surprise me in all sorts of mundane, unremarkable ways.
Alright. Alright, so it's basically the same door. Got you. Boss's office.
Okay,
understairs.
let's do a little quiz. Which of these rooms was the room you found your third mini Stan? Can you remember?
My third one? I don't remember. I'm assuming this one, boss's office. Yeah, it was like right here.
Hey, that's exactly right. It was
Yeah,
here,
right
behind
here.
the boss's office. It was the third one. You picked it up, and then after that, you had 3 of them. I'm glad these moments are so crystal clear in your memory, but I shouldn't be surprised. After all, science tells us that it's impossible to forget your third time doing anything.
Bruh. What would have happened
Let's
if I
see,
would have put
what
this?
came next? Oh yes, we found a Figley in this pink room. Oh, well, I can't actually say I remember being in this room, but it's here in the memory zone, so it must have happened.
Do not remember. What the hell is this?
This was the 5th mini Stan, and this one was really something special. It was in the warehouse. I remember it so clearly. In fact, because this one is particularly special to me, I made a little video to commemorate the occasion. Enjoy.
Did you actually? How you found it? By the narrator. That's what they're like the fucking camera is mini stand number 5. This game is so goofy, I love it. Thanks for watching. The narrator.
Takes you back, doesn't it? I spent a lot of time making that video, but it was 8 minutes I wouldn't have spent on anything else.
Alright. The bathroom.
And then, Stanley, then we came to the last collectible, the final figurine, right here in the boss's bathroom. This memory is the most distinct and clear in my mind, perhaps because it was the one that happened more recently than all the others. Who can truly say how the mind works? All I know is that this is the moment where you picked up a Figley and I thought to myself, yes, that's all of them. They're all collected. It was a moment unlike any other. Except for the other moments picking up figurines, which it was exactly like.
Oh my god. What the hell is this?
And then there was no more. Because we've caught up to the present moment. Nothing left to do but move onward into the future. Goodbye, memory zone.
You're in the present. Okay.
No, I'm not done. I'm not ready to move on. Stop the loading screen. Isn't there some way we can stay here, keep enjoying these figurines? Let's just go backwards. We'll do the memory zone again
Wait.
from the opposite direction. See how that feels.
Wait. Okay. What the fuck?
Okay, yes, the boss's bathroom. I remember this. I must say, of all the figurines we looked at in our initial tour of the memory zone, this one is the most distinct and clear in my mind. Let's keep going. I want more.
Oh my god, right? He just says what the fucking thing.
And here's where I made that video. Don't you remember the video we watched?
Uh-huh. I'm fucking dead, bro.
Yes, I love that video.
I'm fucking dead, bro. He's getting all nostalgic and shit.
Still don't remember the pink room, Stanley. Still no memory of this one. Good room, though. A solid room.
Yeah, sure. It's creeping me the fuck out.
These really were a treat to hunt down. You know, if there had been any kind of reward for finding all of these, it really would have muted the intrinsic joy of collecting them. I'm very glad we resisted the temptation. Next one.
Oh my god, right?
This was our second Figley. Don't you remember? Yes, I remember it too. The past is truly a wonderful thing. Why does anyone ever choose to leave it?
I just
Keep
realized
going.
you haven't been.
This is it. The very first one we found in the exhibit
Yes,
where
I
I
have.
introduced you to the Figlarines.
You have?
I want more memories.
Everything you just
Stanley. I
said.
want to keep going. What else
What'd I
is there?
say?
What came before
You haven't
this?
said anything, you've been muted. You've been muted the entire fucking time. I told you
I
you were
was
muted.
talking. I was like, why is this nigga just ignoring everything I'm saying?
Bruh, I know you texted, I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, when you look at the book, yeah, I was still on a call, but I was like, you know what, let me text it to the nigga. If there's a
Yeah,
hole,
you were
there's a
muted the
goal.
time. Oh, I'm back here. What?
Collect them all.
I got
Catch
all
them
the
all.
I got all the statues. Bruh. Oh, the
Hey,
deal.
yeah.
It's the terrible new content that we
What
were
DLC?
originally
There's more
sold on.
DLCs?
I remember hating it back then. But time does put a rosy filter on everything. In fact, I dare say I'm
Keep watching.
actually quite fond of it now.
Don't
Look how much
keep
fun
yelling
the
my name
past is.
repeatedly,
I
like.
want more memories.
Yeah.
More memories? He just wants to go back to the
Oh,
beginning.
yes, the two doors.
Sounds like
Who
my
could have
ex.
forgotten that? A classic memory, this one.
Bruh. It's the same doors.
And
Yeah, we're
before
back here.
everything else, there was your office. Is there anything else? Was there something that came before your office?
No.
There's something I feel I can remember. I can remember. Yes, I'm remembering something now. I remember before this whole story got started. Back then I was different. I used to make big decisions. I was passionate. I was skeptical. I weighed each decision with profound thoughtfulness. And then somewhere along the way, I stopped making decisions. I became lazy. And I came up with a character named Stanley to do my thinking for me. He would make the decisions. He would decide which way to go. I would cheer him on as he collected figurines for no reason. Why did I invent Stanley? Was I lonely? Yes, perhaps that's it. Perhaps I needed to imagine I had companionship. And Stanley really did make for a wonderful companion, even if he was a fiction. But I suppose it's grown old. I want to think for myself again. I want to go back to how it used to be. Yes, I can be on my own again. I can do it. I'll be stronger this time. I'll take care of myself. I don't need Stanley anymore. Oh, but he truly was so much fun to play with. You know what? Since we're in the memory zone, how about one more good memory? Let's go back just once and give Stanley one more run of the office, and then I'll retire him for good. I did enjoy telling his story so very much. Okay, Here we go. This is the story of a man named Stanley.
Alright. One last time, I guess.
All of his co-workers were... Wait, no. This isn't the right office, is it? Is this
No,
Stanley's
right.
office?
Nope. I'm not taking the bucket with me.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Okay. Reboot the
Yet
game
there was not a single
entirely.
person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
It says reboot the game entirely. What? Okay. It did. What's gonna happen? Oh, it changed. What? Does someone want me to be with the bucket?
Stanley's bucket. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
Is it good now?
Still no one was here. Stanley needed the bucket's warmth and comfort now more than ever. Perhaps his...
Again? I'm getting so confused. Oh, it changed again. What the hell?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. Is Stanley, without the bucket, really Stanley at all? No, surely not. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
It keeps changing. It keeps asking to reboot the game entirely.
Still no one was here. Stanley needed the bucket's warmth and comfort.
Again? I'll keep doing it, I don't care. Oh, we're back.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. As Stanley lifted his bucket, he felt a connection to all buckets everywhere. This adventure, he decided, was for all of them. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left. Still no one was here. Stanley needed the bucket.
I don't know, I'm so confused. It keeps telling me to reboot the game entirely. I don't know why. Oh!
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy. And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened. This complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office. All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. Stanley went around touching every little thing in the office, but it didn't make a single difference, nor did it advance the story in any way. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
I was so confused.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there. Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
Okay.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Alright. Can't go in there, apparently.
Okay, I think we all know the drill by now. Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Dark secrets, the keypad. Stanley pushes some buttons. Oh, hey, look,
Yeah.
it's a new passageway. Kill surprise.
Alright. Go down. Cool. Alright, we going down.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Okay.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Okay.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing. This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true.
God, right.
Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his
Jesus
emotions
Christ.
had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No, he refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never! It was unthinkable. Wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world? But here was the proof, the heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions, happy or sad or content. Walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never...
Alright, it's off.
blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over? Yes. He had won. He had defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, Even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone?
Yeah.
How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him. For it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door.
Can I?
Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
I beat the game. I just gotta... So I guess I beat the game.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room.
So I guess I beat the game, I think.
Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. What new mysteries lay in store for our bucket-loving heroes today? Let's find out. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
I think I was over. I think I'm done. Probably. I hope. I think it just keeps going. I don't know what to do.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be.
Oh.
And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? No, never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room, and so the two of them detoured through the maintenance section and walked straight ahead to the opposite door.
Oh, there's nothing written
Still
now.
no one was here. Stanley needed the bucket's warmth and comfort now more than ever. Perhaps his boss's office was where he'd find answers.
Oh, so it's just a loop. I get it now.
Oh, Stanley, can you feel it? The broom closet. It wants the bucket. You can feel that, can't you? The aura of jealousy. It's as clear as day. This broom closet believes it deserves the bucket. I can really feel it now. It's a bucket. It belongs in a broom closet. That's what the broom closet is trying to say here. It's supposed to go with the other cleaning supplies. Good for you, Stanley. Don't give in. Don't hand over the bucket. I know how hard it must be, given the pressure that the broom closet is putting on your shoulders right now, but you have to be strong. This is your bucket. This is your companion and lifelong friend. You can't hand it over. Oh, no. We're getting into name-calling now, it seems. Is this how low the broom closet has sunk, that it has to resort to this stream of petty insults simply in order to get you to hand over the bucket? Stanley, I never liked this broom closet for a variety of reasons, but even this is worse than I had imagined. And wait, now the broom closet has the gall to imply that you and the bucket are not truly deep and lasting friends? That your relationship is purely superficial and convenient? That your life is so banal and meaningless that you'd feel the same sort of kinship towards any inanimate object which happened to lay in your path in an even partially enticing manner? Well, I've never. Go on, Stanley. Lay into it. Really tell the broom closet off for its demeaning comments. Expand on the wide variety of experiences you and the bucket have shared together. Go through each of them point by point. Share your journal entries detailing the rich emotional landscape of your feelings for the bucket as they have changed and evolved over the years. Let
I
him
think
have
I
it.
fucked the bucket. Yeah, I think I fucked the bucket. That's how it goes. Okay, I'm out.
Okay, I've got you something which I think will help settle this debate once and for all. Here we
What?
go. There. Now it's settled. No more debate, no more discussion. Take a hike, broom closet, with all your meandering philosophical diatribes about the nature of cleaning supplies and their relationship
Property
to
of
broom closets in
Stanley.
the natural order of things.
Where?
All right, coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
Okay. I got a sticker. The fuck? Does it work now? It's different. Okay, it's not working. Got you.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Crushed by the weight of this but Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck.
I think I finished the game.
Knew all along? Was the
There's
bucket
just a
guiding
book,
him?
just
Yes, this is
continuation.
certainly the most logical explanation.
Pretty sure it's just a loop. How it goes.
Stanley and the bucket walked straight ahead through the large door that read, Mind Control Facility. Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley and the bucket would both meet a violent death. The door behind them was not shut. Stanley and the bucket still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track.
Let me see if I'll say something different.
But of course, Stanley and the bucket thought better of it and realized they simply had too much to live for.
Shit.
The lights
I think it's over. I think the game is over. It just went on and on. Pretty sure it's over. Gonna have to check, but I'm pretty sure that was a pretty good perspective of it. Let me check. I'm VAR right now. Is there an ending? Cause I had no idea.
There's actually a second one.
I've been playing it. I already finished the first one.
What the fuck?
You just didn't notice.
Nigga, I was taking a shit because I was on the phone, and then I just like, alright, bye. I'm going to take my shit, come back, and next thing I know, I see that there's a 2 this time next to that shit.
Okay, it says, yes, the Stanley Parable has many possible endings. The game ends when the player can no longer progress, and the game must restart the game or the game resets. Stanley Parable is a game with many possible endings can be found by exploring the rooms of the office. The game structure and unusual nature lead to different choices that result in different endings. The game's main goal is to find all the endings, however, finding all the endings doesn't reward the player with anything. The player can replay the game as many times as they want to explore all the possible endings. The phone ending, the museum ending, the demonstration ending. There's 3 endings. There are 19 achievable endings found in Stanley. Oh my god, 19 endings. Finding all of them rewards you nothing in the game. Rarely keeps track of which ones you already been found. The epilogue ending is the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. It's just one of many endings for players to experience. Also known as the correct ending or the life ending, is a definitive ending in the Stanley Parable. So I did it, basically. Is it possible to complete the Stanley Parable? There's 19 achievable endings found in Stanley Parable.
Kinda gay. I'm gonna lie.
What do you mean?
Just gay. Here, no matter what you do, even if you complete it, we're not gonna reward you with even the smallest feeling that inside of you. Like if you did something important in your life.
I mean, that's
Instead, we're gonna make you do 19 different endings, but still flip you off at
it's
the
already
end.
but it's also the ending that I already got. That it was the freedom ending is considered the real ending of the Stanley Parable. That no matter what, he chose to leave it all behind and choose his freedom more than anything. Because doing the same thing over and over again, that's the whole loop of this game. That's doing the same thing over and over again is not really gonna achieve you with happiness or anything. It's just gonna drive you back to the same thing over and over again. That is something beautiful, realistically.
It's gay.
Well, you just don't like good endings like that make you think.
Nah, I need to be depressed by the end.
That's actually pretty good ending,
I need
realistically.
hope that she's coming back. I need some type of sadness. I need to feel immersed.
I was immersed. Well, I guess this is the end, I guess.
The gay ending.
Pretty good ending. Alright, I'm gonna leave it here in the stream. I hope you liked and subscribe. I'm out. Agent thinks the game is gay.
Because it is gay.